A man's hobbies often speak louder than his words, offering an unfiltered glimpse into his soul. While conversations can be curated or masked, how a man chooses to spend his quiet hours, what he returns to when no one is watching, reveals his truest self. For Sigma males, these solitary interests are especially significant. Unlike extroverts who recharge through social interaction or alpha males who pursue dominance and validation, Sigma males operate on a different wavelength entirely. They're lone wolves by design, autonomous, introspective, and deeply intentional with how they invest their time and energy. Their hobbies are not selected at random or for the sake of fitting in. Instead, each activity is a conscious choice aligned with their values of independence, mental sharpness, and emotional control. Sigma males aren't drawn to fleeting pleasures or superficial distractions. They avoid mindless entertainment and instead immerse themselves in hobbies that offer challenge, growth, and self-mastery. Whether the form of physical discipline, a creative outlet, or a solitary intellectual pursuit, every hobby a Sigma male adopts serves a deeper purpose. These pastimes aren't mere leisure. They're a reflection of their inner architecture. Each one reveals how Sigma males process the world, build resilience, and maintain their stoic calm in the face of life's noise. Their hobbies become tools for honing focus, sharpening perspective, and nurturing a quiet confidence that doesn't need external approval. In essence, how a Sigma male spends his free time is a mirror into who he really is: complex, self-directed, and profoundly self-aware. In this exploration, we'll uncover 8 powerful hobbies that Sigma males are naturally drawn to. These aren't just activities. They're psychological anchors that embody the Sigma archetype's defining traits: independence, depth, discipline, and a relentless pursuit of personal evolution. 1. Crafting and producing music, the silent language of emotion. For Sigma males, music is far more than a casual hobby or a background soundtrack to daily life. It is a sacred, personal language that speaks directly to their soul. In a world that often demands constant interaction and surface-level communication, music becomes their sanctuary, their release, and their voice. Unlike more extrovert personalities who express themselves through conversation or social interaction, Sigma males often find traditional verbal communication limiting. Their thoughts and emotions run deep, intricate, and often hard to articulate through words alone. Music, in contrast, allows them to bypass language altogether, giving form to feelings that are otherwise difficult to explain. What draws Sigma males to music is its inherently solitary and introspective nature. The process of producing or composing music is highly personal, requiring long hours of focus, experimentation, and refinement. This aligns perfectly with the Sigma's preference for working alone, undisturbed, and completely immersed in their inner world. Whether they are adjusting tiny details in sound mix, layering instrumental tracks, or fine-tuning a melody until it resonates just right, Sigma males find satisfaction in this deep, meditative process. It appeals to their desire for precision and excellence, and it gives them total control of a creative outcome, free from the compromises often required in collaborative environments. Emotionally, music serves as a vital outlet. Sigma males often carry a reservoir of intense and complex emotions that they rarely show to others. Rather than venting outwardly, they internalize their struggles and process them quietly. Through music, these buried emotions find safe passage. A haunting chord progression, a minimalist beat, or a powerful ambient soundscape becomes a direct expression of their internal state, one that doesn't require explanation, validation, or confrontation. This is emotional catharsis through creation, not conversation. Moreover, the genres Sigma males are drawn to often mirror their personality. Introspective, layered, and thoughtful. Ambient music, lo-fi beats, instrumental pieces, or lyrically dense and poetic tracks resonate with their contemplative nature. These styles don't clamor for attention. They invite reflection. For Sigmas, listening to or creating such music is a form of meditation, a ritual of alignment between mind and soul. Ultimately, Sigma males aren't interested in music for fame, applause, or social currency. Their motivation comes from a deeper place: authenticity, self-discovery, and mastery. To the outside world, their music might sound calm, mysterious, or even melancholic. But to the Sigma male, it is a raw and honest extension of who they are, crafted in solitude, powered by emotion and refined by discipline. 2. Deep research and independent study, the pursuit of unfiltered knowledge. For Sigma males, knowledge is more than information, it's liberation. They aren't content with surface-level facts or pre-packaged conclusions. Instead, they possess an intense, almost obsessive hunger for truth that drives them to explore, dissect, and understand the world on their own terms. While others might accept what they're told or follow popular opinions without question, the Sigma male instinctively questions everything. He seeks knowledge not for applause or academic recognition, but for self-mastery, clarity, and autonomy. In many ways, independent study is the Sigma male sanctuary, a place where he can explore without interference, think without boundaries, and evolve without external influence. Sigma males are natural autodidacts, self-taught learners who thrive in solitude. Their learning style is fueled by intellectual independence and a profound desire to understand the world beyond its surface narratives. Whether it's philosophy, psychology, science, or history, they don't passively absorb information. They interrogate it. They compare sources, challenge assumptions, and build their own frameworks of understanding. For them, knowledge is not just acquired. It is constructed, forged in the fire of skepticism and curiosity. What makes their approach to learning unique is their hyper-focused intensity. When a topic captures their attention, Sigma males don't just read an article or watch a documentary. They immerse themselves. They'll spend hours, days, or even months dissecting every angle of the subject, often mastering obscure or overlooked fields that others deem too complex or irrelevant. Their interests are rarely mainstream. Instead, they gravitate toward content that stretches the mind and challenges the norm. It's not uncommon for them to explore philosophical systems like Stoicism or existentialism, delve into hidden or sensitive historical events, or become engrossed in advanced scientific theories, AI advancements, or dark psychological frameworks that reveal deeper truths about human behavior. This kind of deep research offers more than just knowledge. It grants mental sovereignty. Sigma males use it as a shield against manipulation, conformity, and ignorance. In a world where information is often filtered, biased, or weaponized, the ability to think critically and source truth independently becomes a form of intellectual self-defense. They don't want to be told what to believe. They want to understand why something is true, and they want to arrive at that truth on their own. Most importantly, this pursuit of knowledge is not driven by a need to prove something to others. It's an internal quest, quiet, solitary, and often invisible to the outside world. But for the Sigma male, it's one of the most powerful aspects of his identity. It reinforces his autonomy, sharpens his worldview, and prepares him to navigate life with a level of clarity that few possess. In the Sigma's mind, knowledge isn't just power, it's peace, freedom, and control. 3. Martial arts and tactical self-defense, discipline over brute force. For the Sigma male, martial arts is not about aggression, ego, or public displays of power. It's about precision, inner discipline, and the silent development of mastery. In a world obsessed with competition and dominance, Sigma males choose a different path. They don't train to impress others or prove superiority in a crowd. Instead, they train to master themselves. This makes martial arts and self-defense a natural outlet for their personality. Quiet, focused, and deeply personal. Unlike traditional team sports, which depend heavily on social coordination and camaraderie, martial arts is a solitary journey of growth. It emphasizes individual progression, not group performance. Sigma males appreciate this because it aligns with their self-reliant nature. On the mat, in the gym, or at the range, there are no teammates to depend on. Only the self, the body, the mind, and the discipline to push further each day. Whether practicing forms alone or refining techniques in silence, the journey becomes deeply introspective, both physically and mentally. Martial arts also teach what Sigma males value most: mental control and emotional regulation, far beyond punches and kicks. True martial disciplines require patience, humility, and an awareness of one's internal state. Sigma males are not impulsive fighters. They are thinkers, strategists, observers. Through martial arts, they gain tools to manage stress, remain calm under pressure, and sharpen their instincts in high-stakes situations. The goal isn't to overpower others, but to remain unshaken no matter what chaos surrounds them. What further draws them in is the real-world utility of these disciplines. Sigma males don't waste time with hollow activities. They seek function and purpose in everything they do. Martial arts offer practical skills in self-defense, giving them the ability to protect themselves and those they care about without fanfare or theatrics. This aligns with the Sigma male's quiet protector archetype. They don't seek trouble, but they are always prepared for it. Sigma males are often drawn to specific disciplines that reflect their values and strengths. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu appeals to their intellect and patience, relying on leverage and technique rather than brute strength. Ideal for the analytical Sigma, who values precision over power. Krav Maga is blunt, efficient, and focused on survival. It strips away showmanship and focuses solely on real-world effectiveness. Muay Thai brings a level of discipline and toughness through striking, requiring not just physical endurance but mental sharpness and control. Archery and knife throwing, while less mainstream, appeal to the Sigma's love for solitary, precision-based practices. These are quiet skills, refined in solitude, demanding patience and focus. Ultimately, martial arts offer the Sigma male a structured way to cultivate inner power, a strength that doesn't need to be flaunted, only understood. It's not about domination or intimidation. It's about being capable, composed, and quietly formidable. Through martial arts, Sigma males don't just train their bodies, they forge their minds. For solo drives for mental clarity. The open road is therapy. For the Sigma male, clarity often comes not from conversation, but from motion, from slipping behind the wheel, tuning out the noise of the world, and letting the open road guide his thoughts. While others seek therapy in group settings, social support, or verbal processing, the Sigma finds peace in solitude, and the solitude he finds during a solo drive is sacred. These quiet, often spontaneous excursions aren't about reaching a destination. They're about mental release. A long, aimless drive becomes a form of moving meditation, where the steady rhythm of the road helps untangle the mental knots accumulated through the demands of daily life. What makes driving so powerful for Sigma males is the complete freedom and control it offers. Behind the wheel, they decide the pace, the path, and the silence. No one is giving directions. No one is setting rules. In a life where they often feel the need to guard themselves emotionally or resist being controlled, driving becomes a rare space of total autonomy. The sense of being in control of speed, space, and solitude aligns perfectly with their independent, self-governing nature. There's also a sensory calmness in driving that appeals to the Sigma mindset. The low hum of the engine, the white noise of tires against asphalt, the dim glow of dashboard lights, and the blur of streetlights passing like metronomes, all of it create a hypnotic state, where the mind is free to wander, process, or simply be still. In this space, Sigma males are finally free of demands. No need to answer questions, suppress feelings, or analyze social cues. It's just them, the road, and their thoughts. Crucially, solo driving removes a need for emotional explanation. Unlike social interactions, where even silence is often judged or interrupted, driving alone requires no words, no facial expressions, no effort to appear okay. It allows the Sigma male to be fully present with himself, without the burden of translating his inner world into conversation. There's no mask to wear, no performance to maintain. Night drives, in particular, hold a special appeal. The darkness offers added privacy and quiet. Fewer cars, less noise, more anonymity. It's during these late-night journeys, with music barely playing or completely off, that Sigma males often reach their deepest insights or come to their most honest realizations. The drive becomes a ritual of internal alignment. For Sigma males, a solo drive is never just about getting from point A to point B. It's about carving out a space in a world that asks for nothing and gives everything: silence, freedom, peace, and clarity. It's therapy without walls, introspection without pressure. It's where they go not to escape life, but to better understand it. 5. Solo endurance challenges. Competing against themselves. For the Sigma male, true competition has never been about outperforming others. It has always been about outperforming himself. That's why solo endurance challenges like long-distance running, cycling, swimming, and hiking resonate so deeply with him. These pursuits strip away external validation, social comparison, and the need for applause. What's left is raw effort, mental grit, and a solitary journey where the only opponent is yesterday's version of himself. Endurance activities are a natural fit for the Sigma mindset because they demand the exact qualities he values most: self-reliance, discipline, and resilience. In endurance sports, there are no teammates to lean on, no coaches barking encouragement, and no crowds cheering from the sidelines. It's just him, his body, his breath, and his willpower. Every mile he runs, every hill he climbs, and every lap he swims becomes a testament to his personal growth. Each session is a silent challenge. Can I go further than I did yesterday? What draws Sigma males to these solitary sports isn't glory, it's measurable progress. They aren't chasing medals or public recognition. Instead, they track personal records, monitor subtle improvements, and take satisfaction in milestones that may seem invisible to the outside world, but are deeply meaningful to them. Whether it's shaving seconds off a run, completing a longer ride, or hiking a more difficult trail, every achievement becomes a private victory, earned in silence and savored in solitude. Perhaps most importantly, solo endurance challenges build psychological resilience. These pursuits push the body to its edge, but the real battle happens in the mind. It's during mile 8 of a 10-mile run or the final stretch of an uphill hike that the Sigma male confronts discomfort, doubt, and fatigue, and chooses to keep going. That decision, repeated again and again, strengthens not just his physical stamina, but his mental fortitude. It teaches him to stay calm under pressure, to endure hardship without complaint, and to find strength when there's no one else to lean on. In a world obsessed with external validation, the Sigma male finds meaning in quiet, solitary progress. He doesn't need an audience. He doesn't need a trophy. For him, finishing a long run alone in the early morning light, with no one watching, is worth more than a stadium full of applause. Because in that moment he knows he didn't just win a race, he conquered himself. 6. Digital creation and technical mastery. Building in silence. For the Sigma male, few things are more satisfying than building something from nothing, especially when it's done in silence, on his own terms, and entirely to the power of his mind. Whether it's writing code, designing in 3D, hacking systems, or assembling high-performing computers, digital creation is more than a hobby. It's a reflection of his self-sufficiency, intellect, and independence. Technical hobbies appeal to the Sigma mindset because they are deeply logical yet creative, structured yet boundless. Every line of code, every rendered object, every custom-built rig is a product of intense focus and personal discipline. These activities don't require external validation or collaboration. There are no meetings, no social performance, and no groupthink. It's just the Sigma male in the digital world, a space where mastery is earned through quiet perseverance. Problem solving is central to the appeal. For Sigmas, challenges like debugging a program, cracking a security system, or optimizing a machine aren't frustrations, they're puzzles. Every glitch is an opportunity to refine, understand, and dominate complexity. While others may be overwhelmed by technical obstacles, Sigma males lean into them with quiet intensity, using them to sharpen their skills and deepen their knowledge. Digital creation also offers pure autonomy. Sigmas aren't interested in waiting for permission or working under rigid structures. The ability to design an app, build a game, or create an online platform without needing a team or approval aligns perfectly with their lone wolf philosophy. They thrive in digital spaces where the only limits are their own imagination and effort. What makes this hobby even more appealing is the endless learning curve. Technology never stands still, and neither do Sigma males. They relish the fact that mastering digital tools means constant evolution. Whether it's learning a new programming language, adapting to updated software, or staying ahead in cybersecurity, Sigmas are always leveling up, not to compete with others, but to outdo their past selves. For the Sigma male, digital creation is more than skill building. It's a form of self-expression through mastery. It's how he leaves a mark on the world quietly, without seeking attention. Behind every app, every game mod, every custom PC, there's a mind driven by purpose and passion, not for applause, but for the satisfaction of building something exceptional alone. 7. Exploring wilderness, solitude, and nature. For the Sigma male, venturing into the wilderness isn't just about hiking or camping. It's a deliberate act of disconnection from a world that often feels loud, artificial, and confining. While many seek nature for recreation, Sigma males are drawn to it for something far deeper: solitude, clarity, and the raw experience of self-reliance. They don't go into the wild to escape reality. They go to reconnect with a more authentic one. In nature, social expectations disappear. There are no roles to play, no shallow conversations to navigate, no judgmental eyes watching. The forest doesn't care about your status. The mountains don't respond to your insecurities. The Sigma male thrives in this silence because it frees him from the exhausting need to perform or explain himself. He can finally exist completely and unapologetically without interference. Survival skills become a natural extension of his mindset. Sigma males welcome the challenge of living off the grid. From foraging for food, starting fires, and purifying water, to navigate with nothing but a compass and instincts, these acts aren't just practical, they're empowering. Every successful step reinforces a belief that he needs no one to take care of him. Nature rewards preparation, resilience, and resourcefulness, all traits the Sigma has been honing quietly for years. But it's not just about proving he can survive. The wilderness also offers profound perspective. Surrounded by towering trees, vast skies, or endless desert plains, the problems of daily life, social drama, shallow expectations, digital noise begin to shrink. The Sigma male finds grounding in the natural world, realizing that much of what burdens people is man-made and optional. In the wild, he recenters, recharges, and returns to what truly matters. For the Sigma male, the wilderness is the ultimate sanctuary, not because it's comfortable, but because it's honest. It strips away everything that's unnecessary and leaves only what's real. It doesn't care about appearance, only survival. It doesn't reward noise, only awareness. And in this space of clarity, he's not running away from the world. He's stepping into himself more fully than anywhere else. Exploring the wild isn't just a hobby for the Sigma. It's a return to the freedom, silence, and strength that define his core. 8. Gardening and landscaping. Control growth. At first glance, gardening might appear too quiet, too slow-paced to appeal to someone with a fiercely independent and introspective nature. But for the Sigma male, gardening is far more than a weekend hobby. It is a living metaphor for how he approaches life. In every seed sown and every branch trimmed, there is intention. Gardening to him is not just about cultivating plants. It's about cultivating control, patience, and a private relationship with time and growth. Gardening allows a Sigma male complete sovereignty over his space. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, tending to a garden provides a rare sense of order. He can plan each section, select each species, and decide where and how things grow. It's an exercise in shaping the environment on his own terms, without interference, noise, or negotiation. Whether the minimalist bonsai or a sprawling backyard food garden, it becomes an extension of his inner world, precise, deliberate, and quietly powerful. But it's not just about control, it's about delayed gratification. Sigma males aren't seduced by quick results or flashy rewards. They understand that real value comes with time and effort. Plants don't bloom overnight, and trees don't grow tall in a week. Gardening teaches patience in a way that resonates with their philosophy. Slow, steady progress guided by intention. Watching something grow under his care reminds the Sigma that change, like mastery, is quiet and often unseen until it fully arrives. There's also profound solitude in the act itself. Digging into the soil, pruning a branch, or quietly watering a row of herbs can be meditative. There's no need for talking, no pressure to perform, no social obligation. Just the earth, the elements, and a man focused on growth, both outside and within. Gardening becomes a grounding ritual, a space where the Sigma male can reflect, unwind, and recalibrate away from society's noise. Ultimately, a Sigma male doesn't just see a garden as a plot of land. He sees it as a silent masterpiece. Every inch has purpose. Every change is intentional. It's an evolving creation, nurtured in private, admired by few, and understood by even fewer. It reflects his values: autonomy, discipline, subtle power, and the beauty of progress that doesn't need to announce itself. For the Sigma male, gardening is not just about growing plants. It's about growing himself. Final thoughts. Hobbies as a reflection of Sigma identity. For Sigma males, hobbies are far more than ways to pass the time. They are deeply personal rituals of growth, reflection, and self-definition. Unlike others who choose their pastimes based on trends, social circles, or recognition, Sigma males pursue activities that align with their inner compass. These solitary interests aren't chosen to impress. They are chosen to evolve. Each hobby a Sigma male adopts serves a greater purpose. It reinforces his core values and strengthens the identity he has crafted away from the noise of the crowd. Whether it's mastering a martial art, getting lost in the wilderness, producing music alone in a dimly lit studio, or nurturing a quiet garden, every action reflects something fundamental: independence. A Sigma male does not wait for company or approval. He takes initiative, thrives alone, and relies fully on himself. Depth. He refuses to skim the surface of life. He digs deep into ideas, skills, emotions, seeking real meaning in a world obsessed with appearances. Resilience. Challenges are not obstacles for him. They're invitations. Each difficult hobby he embraces, from endurance sports to coding complex systems, builds his mental and emotional stamina. Silent confidence. Unlike those who need applause or attention to validate their worth, Sigma males are grounded. They know who they are, and that quiet certainty echoes through every solitary pursuit. In today's world, which constantly pushes for connection, visibility, and validation, the Sigma male's choice of hobbies is a form of subtle defiance. His lifestyle is a quiet rebellion, proof that true strength doesn't shout. It builds itself in silence, out of sight, and often misunderstood. So if you find yourself drawn to these kinds of hobbies, if you'd rather lose yourself in solo mastery than group approval, chances are you're not just different. You might just be a Sigma. Do these ideas resonate with you? If you found yourself nodding along or reflecting deeply on the traits and experiences we explored in this video, I'd love to hear your thoughts. The Sigma male mindset isn't often talked about openly, and your perspective, whether you identify with it personally or have encountered in others, adds valuable depth to the conversation. Drop a comment below and let me know which part hit home the most for you. Have you seen these traits in yourself or someone you know? Your insights help build a community where authenticity and growth are prioritized over popularity and performance. If you're drawn to this kind of introspective, no-nonsense content around Sigma males, psychological strength, emotional intelligence, and high-value living, there's more waiting for you. Explore the other videos on this channel for deeper dives, actionable insights, and raw truths that cut through the noise. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay sharp, stay grounded, and stay unapologetically real. Until next time.